What's the one cry of people's hearts right around the world? It's freedom. People want freedom. They want freedom to live the way they desire, to make their own choices, to raise their families. They want freedom to choose what to do in their spare time and how to spend the money they earn. And freedom is something we enjoy so much of in New Zealand. We've got so much wide open space, we've got the fresh water to drink, we can go hunting and fishing, we can go diving, we can ski in the mountains, we can ski on the water. We have so many options when it comes to sports and employment, even starting business. One country in the world that's so easy to start and run a business is New Zealand. And freedom is something that was really worth protecting and striving for. We have a lot of people come to New Zealand for that freedom. And we've had some immigrants come and see us recently and saying they came here for the freedom and they're seriously concerned about it being eroded in New Zealand. And what they're talking about is things like freedom of speech. Now, when we say some people can't come to New Zealand and share their views and opinions, even if others want to hear them, we're actually restricting our access to all the information. And when you make decisions not based on all the information, you often make poor decisions. And we actually see that when we talk about the Firearms Amendment Bill. You know, the government only had 2 days of select committee process. They had a limited amount of people who were allowed to speak at it, and they only got a limited amount of information, and then they passed law, which is poor, flawed law. It's made criminals out of tens of thousands of legal, law-abiding, tax-paying New Zealanders who enjoy using firearms for hunting and pest control, for representing New Zealand in sports, for doing bird safety at airports. And those people are now being criminalised and told they can't use their legally owned firearms. That's a travesty of justice, and it's poor legislation. You Conservatives committed to revisiting that whole legislation, to allowing all the stakeholders to have input, and coming up with legislation that works for all New Zealanders, that keeps the public safe, but allows firearms users to use the firearms that they own legally in the areas that they desire. New Zealand's a beautiful country, it's a free country, but if we want to keep it that way, we have to work at it. Freedom is easily lost and very hard to get back again, and we will lose it unless we stand up and demand to keep it here in New Zealand. So we're encouraging all people, get involved, don't sit back on your laurels. If you want freedom, stand up for it, and we will retain it.